guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to review for you the new Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. I'm also going to demo it on camera. So if you're interested in learning more about this foundation, its claims, and how it looks applied on my skin, then just keep on watching. So the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation is available on the Urban Decay site and also the Sephora site, and it retails for $40. It's a 1 ounce foundation and it's available in 24 shades. So it has a whole lot of claims on the bottle. I'm just going to give you guys the Spark Notes version of it. It's a full coverage foundation. It has an insane amount of pigments. It has light diffusing pigments that blur flaws and reduce the appearance of shine. I also like that it says it has a modern matte finish that never looks overdone, which is usually the case with matte foundations. I feel like matte foundations can look really cakey or just look like a lot of makeup and not very natural. The reason I was really curious to try this out is because the Naked Skin foundation is my all-time favorite foundation. I bought this foundation like 2 years ago. I actually have to like unscrew the cap just to get product out because I have gone through it. This is an awesome foundation, but it's a weightless foundation. So I thought that this would be like the full coverage version of the Naked Skin foundation. And I actually find that to be the case basically. The actual formula is pretty different. Like this feels like water going on your skin and this has a lot thicker consistency. I do find that for a full coverage foundation, this does have like a skin-like finish, which I really like. And it's also like a breathable foundation, so I still feel like my skin like breathing through this foundation. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing a mask, and I definitely put that to the test. Like I did work out with this foundation and like insane, and I was like really sweating, and usually when I work out with like a lot of foundation or like a lot of makeup, it does feel like I'm just wearing like a thick layer, like basically like a sheet mask on my face, and I just want to get my makeup off right away. But I still felt like my skin breathing through this foundation. I think that's what really put it to the test, that even through like the summer heat, it still feels like a comfortable wearing foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the demo so you guys can see how this actually applies on my skin. Alright, so I did apply primer. I just used the Too Faced Hangover RX, and it's basically just like a moisturizer. It doesn't do anything for like smoothing your skin or anything for your pores. It just hydrates your skin. So it's basically just like a clean slate. And I'm going to go in with the foundation. I have the shade 3, which is more of a yellow undertone shade. So I'm just applying this with my fingertips, and then I'm going to blend it out with my beauty blender. And I'm going to do one side of my face first, just so you can see how full coverage it is. I'm going to go under my eyes to see how it covers dark circles. So that's one half of my face done, and you can especially tell like around the center of my face, it covers up a lot of redness. And it did actually a good job under my eyes. You can still see a bit of darkness, but compared to my other eye, it does look a lot better. So I'm going to go in with concealer anyways, but I'm not going to need to go in with a corrector or anything. I'm just going to do the other half of my face, the same thing. I can tell this is super full coverage because my mole is getting covered up a lot. Like I'm gonna take off some of the foundation on that because it kind of looks a little bit weird when it has foundation on it. Alright, so that's one layer of foundation on my whole face, and this side that I did first is already completely dry. I'm not going to set it with powder. I am going to do concealer and everything, but I'm just going to set my under eyes. I'm not going to set the rest of my face just because it feels like pretty much like a powder finish already on its own. So I do like that it sets really quickly, but it wasn't setting as I was applying it. So like when I had foundation still on my face, it wasn't drying before I blended it out, which I really like because you can take as much time as you need with it and it's not like immediate and you get like that streaky look of foundation. I also like that the actual consistency of the foundation is like really creamy and hydrating. It doesn't feel like thick paint like a lot of matte foundations do, and it also feels kind of like the Born This Way foundation from Too Faced. It just has like a way more matte finish compared to it. So this is what the foundation looks like after I applied the rest of my makeup. I didn't have to color correct under my eyes, which is awesome because it's just like an extra step, and I've had to do that non-stop lately because I've had like really bad dark circles. So I did apply the foundation under my eyes, and then I just used the Naked Skin concealer under my eyes, and I think it actually did a pretty good job. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing a lot of layers under my eyes. And then I didn't powder my face at all, which is a first. I powder my face like every single day of my life. but I didn't powder it at all, and it does feel like super matte, which is awesome. I never get that feeling from a foundation. I always feel like I need to powder my skin, otherwise like my contour or my blush will look like really splotchy on my face. I feel like this foundation does have kind of a powder finish, but when I say that, I feel like a powder finish sounds like it makes it really dry, but it's not dry at all. It just sets matte, but it's still super comfortable. So overall, this foundation is definitely worth checking out. I did put it to the test for like 12 hours yesterday, and it did last like all day. So it is long wearing in that claim. And like I said, I have more normal to dry skin. So for me to like a matte foundation this much, that's definitely saying a lot. And if you have more oily skin, then I would definitely check this out. So that's everything for today's video. If you picked up this foundation, just let me know in the comments down below, or otherwise just let me know what your favorite matte foundation is. And if you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll talk to you guys soon in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.